All right, so our next commandments. This is 9 and 10 as we number them. I'm gonna kind of bunch them together because I don't have a ton to say about them. A little bit of a fun fact: there are other faith traditions. So I'm Lutheran. If you're watching this and you're a member of the church that I am the pastor of, you're Lutheran. That is our faith. That is our faith tradition. There are some other faith traditions that number the commandments a little differently, which, if you look, there aren't numbers. It's just commandments, but it's titled the 10 words, the 10 commands. So we figure, well, we got to number these 10 somehow. So there are some traditions that actually they number 9 and 10 as just one commandment. We call them 9 and 10. I believe the Greek Orthodox Church is one of these. This is just commandment number 10 for them. And actually, commandment number 1 is 9-10 days ago we talked about this. Commandment number 1 is just, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. So commandment number 1 defines God, defines who he is to his people. Anyway, so commandment number 9 and 10, I do still recognize that we number them 9 and 10. However, only going to do one devotion on them. It says in Deuteronomy 5:21, and you shall not cover your neighbor's wife, and you shall not desire your neighbor's house, his field, his male servant, his female servant, his ox, his donkey, or anything that is your neighbor's. So don't covet, don't seek after your neighbor's stuff. And at first we say, well, that's just that's a sin in here. Like how big of a deal is that really? But the problem with sins that are in here and in here, your mind and your heart, in case the pointing was confusing, is they tend to start to manifest. And my sermon this past weekend, so this is going to come out on Friday, so the sermon almost a week ago at this point, actually followed something the ambassadors of reconciliation call the development of an idol. And a lot of times this commandment can lead into idolatry because so you covet, you want something your neighbor has, their wife, their house, their field, their servants, probably not their servants, ox, donkey, anything that is your neighbor's. And then you start to think, well, they don't really deserve it. And you start to justify, or you you come up with excuses why they have something and you don't. And that can lead to a rift between your relationship and your neighbors. So now I do think that there is a line, like there's a gradient of covetousness, of jealousy, and I think there is like a very basic level where it's not harmful. And the example, I'm going to use fantasy football. Part of that's because I'm drafting for a league tomorrow night, and I'm pretty excited about it. Thank you, Josh, for putting that together, by the way. Appreciate you. Not me, other Josh. Anyway, if someone drafts, say, I'm gonna go with this because I don't actually want this player. If someone drafts Carson Wentz, the new quarterback for the Colts. Say I really wanted Carson Wentz, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had Carson Wentz. Like, I don't think that broaches the line of this is sinful covetousness. Like, I'm not serious. Like, I'm not going to do anything to my neighbor to get that player. It's just, oh, bummer. You now have that thing that I wanted. Like, it's a fleeting, like, I don't know if that crosses the line. And another thing is, like, say your neighbor gets a new Tesla. And you're like, man, I really wish I had one of those. I think that's different from saying, I really wish I had his car or her car. Okay? You're saying, I want something, like, I don't actually want my neighbor's car. I want a Tesla like my neighbor has. Right? Which I think is a little different because then then we might have to talk about other issues like idolatry and greed and stuff. But it's not like you want your neighbor's car. It's not like you want to steal your neighbor's car. You want to get your own from this third party that is Tesla. So those are two ways that, like, I think can slip into this commandment, into covetousness, but on their face level aren't. So that is our devotion for today. And because this is Friday, I hope to see you at our relaunch, Edgewater Lutheran Church. We are relaunching this Sunday at 10 a.m. After the service, there will be a taco bar, so a little bit of extra reason for you to come. It's going to be phenomenal. We're unveiling our new, I shouldn't say our new, our refined, our robust mission statement, our vision statement, our values statement. It's going to be a really powerful service, I think, and I look forward to seeing you there. Brothers and sisters, go in peace. Serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.